Welcome in, everybody. It's Main Street Today time. We've got a big show, and we're going to mind, body, spirit this thing. We're going to kick things off by going to a place that is near and dear to my heart, and that is the Donelson Hermitage Y with BJ Keener. Welcome, BJ. Good morning.
Good morning, Devin. Thanks for having me. It's great to see you.
Well, you know what? Our stress, we have been in stress. We have had such a tough time. And, we were talking to Dr. Scott Heitink from Gallatin, the Compass Pediatrics office. And he said, I haven't seen many sick kids this year, but I've seen an over and abundance of children with mental anxiety and things like that. And so the Y is a place for families. And let's talk about, first of all, how the pandemic affected the Y.
Yes, thank you. There has been a lot of anxiety and a lot of
you.
there's been a lot of change, and change is always a stressor, right? When it's done to us, one of my favorite quotes is that it's disturbing. When we choose to change, it's exhilarating. And we have experienced so many changes this last year. The Y actually shut down, and that's huge. We've been serving this community for 50 years. This summer will mark our 50th year in Donelson Hermitage. There's so many stories, so many connections that go with that. So when you close a community entity, that's a big change. There's a lot of unknown. And for our staff, it was hard. We stayed connected and tried to encourage each other. But what I'm really proud of is how we still responded to community need. And one of the ways we did that quickly was we had the children of healthcare workers, essential workers, people that still had to go in to keep things going. I would come into my office just to be in the facility, and outside there's all these kids socially distant, wearing masks, continuing on, doing their thing, being cared for. So that was one of the ways that I really loved seeing us respond to the community.
I love that. We can take a look right here and see some of those children.
Yes, love those faces.
Who are being cared for.
Yes.
They need childcare. I mean, I can't imagine what it would be like to say, you've got to go to work. You are forced to go to work in this terrible situation. But what do you do with your children who cannot, it's not like you can stay home and homeschool them. Well, thank you for what you did with the Y. It's just, I love their faces.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing. And being a mom myself, children need structure. They need that boundary. And when you mentioned, as parents are anxious, children feel that. They pay attention, they listen to us, and they sense how we are. And so having normalcy, having routine is very important, providing that stability and a safe place where they feel safe. And then studies also show that the more adult relationships children have, the better it is for their long-term learning, their relationships as they grow. So it's just another way to help them kind of ease that anxiety and have some structure.
Speaking of anxiety, I want to show this way it looks. And if you were thinking about a gym and you thought, oh, I'm not going to do that because it's just not clean enough for me. Take a look at what the Donelson Y does. I mean, it's unbelievable. They're on it. I mean, I don't think there's ever been a time when it's been even this clean. It's always been clean to me. It's always just spotless. But I mean, going above and beyond. How often do they do all the equipment?
So all the equipment, actually, before we open, we have someone who comes in and we have one of those mister machines. Everything is sprayed down every morning before we even open. And yes, when I started in fitness over 27 years ago, my first supervisor said one of the top things that people will choose or leave a gym for is cleanliness. So we've always prided ourselves on being clean, but we've added extra safety precautions. Every day, every machine is clean. And instead of just setting bottles out, we're asking people to take responsibility, clean it before, clean it after. You need to do what's right for you. So, and then during the day, there's ongoing cleaning every day and at the end of the day as well. So we're doing extra cleaning.
I want to talk a little. I love what the Y says, and I'm going to read it so I don't get it wrong. The YMCA, the Y, is a worldwide charitable fellowship united by a common loyalty to Jesus Christ for the purpose of helping people grow in spirit, mind, and body. And
Yes.
I think sometimes in our world, we get fast paced and we shorten things to the
Yeah.
Y, but we don't remember all that stands behind that. The whole organization of the Y has been going on for a very long time in
Yes. The Y is an
the
amazing
United States.
organization. Yes, over 145 years for us here in Nashville, and even longer for the Y Association. It has deep roots, and it's really about the thing we started talking about, change. Seeing the need in the community is what George Williams, our founder, did in England during the Industrial Revolution. He saw young men homeless, taking on new dynamics with changes in the world around them, and he went to where that need was and met their physical, mental, social, and spiritual needs. And the Y still does that today. Holistic health and being accessible to everybody is a big part of what we do. We believe in bringing health in an equitable way to the community. And what does that look like? What does our community need? And so we just continue to evolve, Devin. We continue to find that
Right.
need and meet it. And that mission statement, our North Star, guides us and helps us make those decisions.
You are still a yoga instructor, and I want to talk a
Yes.
little bit about the benefits of the body because it really
Yeah.
does help you. Um, I have a very dear friend who works with geriatrics, and she said that is the one thing that they can work on. There is a type of yoga, even that seniors can do,
Mm-hmm.
flexibility. If you can maintain your flexibility, it's amazing. It is the fountain of youth.
Right. Yoga is amazing. I started teaching in 1999. It wasn't as popular, it was just coming into popularity. And the benefits of yoga are more than just the physical. Yes, flexibility is probably what everyone thinks about first. And in fact, sometimes it keeps people from coming. They think, oh, I can't do that. I'm not flexible. Everybody has different levels of flexibility, but we're all flexible. So yoga helps maintain that. It keeps that viability in the body. For seniors, for anyone, it's amazing because our joints have synovial fluid. Moving the joints gets that synovial fluid moving, keeps the joints lubricated. But my favorite part, it's that zen that people walk out of class with. It's what yoga really is. It's a mindful practice. It goes back to that spirit, mind, body. It's being present
Mhm.
where we are. You talked about how we're so busy now. We have all this anxiety, and it's hard to deal with. It really tests our willpower, our resilience. But when we can pull back, and mindfulness or yoga is really what I would call a mindful movement. It helps us refocus, pull in, kind of push everything away. There's no judgment. It isn't that you look like the person next to you or you can twist into a pretzel. It's how do you feel? What's kind of standing in the way? What do you need to let go of? I love, we do restorative once a month in my class. And to me, when I teach restorative, it's all about grace and space. And oftentimes it's the grace we need to give ourselves. What do I need to let go of? Or what do I need to create more room for? And it just helps kind of bring you back. And there's so many proven benefits now too. Research has started to get on the train, and they're using it in a lot of different avenues for the physical body, helping with cancer treatment, with PTSD. There's research that
Mhm.
shows it helps with depressive disorder and so much more.
It's just incredible, and there are different types of yoga.
Yes.
Restorative yoga just sounds delicious.
That's, I call it yummy. I have a friend that's a yoga teacher, and she always said yoga is so yummy. It is. It just feels good. Yes.
You know how a good stretch just feels good, slow and deliberate. A friend of mine who is dealing with Parkinson's
Mm,
goes and works, and yoga is helpful. And the phrase that he taught me, he said, motion is lotion.
Lotion, yes, yes.
It's wonderful. Well, let's take a few looks at a few things that I think is important, and this is why everybody goes to the Y. Everybody needs
Yes,
that pool, and
yes.
you have that's where I learned to
Oh,
swim,
that's amazing.
and it's also where I got certified as a lifeguard, Y camp counselor as a result of all that because of what I had learned. Tell us a little bit about your pool and about family rates and about the camp season.
Oh man, there's so much. Yes, our pool is an amazing place and there's a lot that goes on there. We love I love walking in there. I shouldn't say we. I specifically love when there are lessons going on to go in and watch the confidence that's being built. And I love that you have that personal
Mhm.
history and connection to us. We when you think about the first job for a lot of people, it's a great opportunity and a wonderful place to gain confidence that way. But the skills that we teach in the water to not just children, but to adults, it's a life-saving skill. And we are surrounded by water here in Nashville. The lakes that we have, there's so many opportunity. And so learning how to be safe is one of our key components. And then during the summer, I love the family time that happens. It's so amazing to watch the families come in. I have literally seen children grow up, and some of them are now lifeguards or camp counselors for us. And so it's about those memories, those connections, those life skills that you learn while you're having fun. And our pool, we do, as I said, lessons. We have lap swim, we have open swim for families, and we even have swim for children and young adults with diverse abilities, because the water can be a great place for them, not just to we do a group swim, they connect with others like them, they learn skills, and they get to have fun.
Oh, that's beautiful. I always say, I do a lot of work with saddle up and I always say
Yes.
everyone's equal on the back of a horse. Well, everyone's equal in the water too.
Absolutely. It's an amazing place, and to watch the joy on their faces, and to turn around actually and see the parents get some peace and to celebrate with their children, it's wonderful.
Well, if you guys want to go by and find out more information about the Donelson Hermitage Y, how do they find out a little bit more about it? Lots of things going on for families and for friends there.
Mhm.
It's a great meetup place where you can have socially distanced
Mhm.
social and work on your health at the same time. Tell us how people can get in more information or maybe take a tour.
Well, thank you, Devin. We would love for them to come in. And right now, we actually have a special. We're waiving the joining fee. So when you sign up, there's no, yeah, it's like, that's a big savings. It's just the monthly fee. It's not a contract. We would love to show you around. The big thing about fitness is finding out what you want to do, what's going to work for you. So we can explain our safety protocol. We can show you the Group X rooms and help you see how the things are cared for in there, the pool. So coming in would be a great way, because we can walk through. Some people have insurance plans or their corporate plan, but waiving the joining fee is a great thing. And we also know that if you join with a friend, you're more likely to stick with it. So bring a buddy, because if you sign up and you have a friend that signs up, you can be part of our Better Together program and support each other on your holistic health journey.
Better together, no sign-up fee. Oh my gosh, there's so much going on at the Donald Hermitage Y.
Yeah.
So what is the website where they can find out more?
Sure. If they go to www.ymcamid, the first three letters of middle, tn.org, and you can get specific and put a / Donelson, and that'll bring up our page. You can also call us at 615 889-2632. And like I said, feel free to stop in. We would love to show off our facility. We were renovated in 2016, where we've got a great space to keep everybody safe and help you work out.
A beautiful renovated space. It is
Thank
absolutely
you.
stunning. Well, thank you, BJ. We so appreciate your time today.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks again for having me. I appreciate it.
Hope to talk again soon, okay?
All right. Thank you, Devin. Take
Bye-
care.
Bye-bye. I have such fond memories of the Y. You know what else I have fond memories of? Going to restaurants. Has anybody been like me and just really missed the social and the and eating some. I mean, thank goodness it's starting to open up again. But if you are a restaurant owner, no matter what size your restaurant is, this next story might be helpful to you. There's some new programs and some new things that might offer you some help. Restaurants and venue operators have some hopeful programs coming with the Shuttered Venue Operators Grant Program. It's part of the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021. Restaurants can apply for grants up to $10 million based on lost revenue in 2019, with $5 billion of the total amount available set aside for restaurants that made less than $500,000 in 2019. The Restaurant Revitalization Fund is about to begin its pilot phase in 30 to 45 days. You can get more information about these important grants and loans for restaurants and venues through the Small Business Administration or SCORE, or just talk to your local banker for how to apply for these funds. That's the Restaurant Revitalization Fund, the Shuttered Venue Operators Grant Program, and the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021. We have got a lot of programs that are starting to help our businesses, and a lot of them, if you have the word grant, that means you don't have to pay it back. And a lot of the PPPs weren't necessary to pay back if you followed their rules. So ask your banker, ask SCORE, SCORE. And let me make sure that you understand that it's based on, they look at your income from 2019 and 2020. And that's what they base it on. So if you are a restaurateur, no matter what size, just remember there are programs out there that can really, really help. Let's check in with some of the folks who are listening today. Let's see. EB has got folks listening everywhere. She's our biggest cheerleader. Thank you, Elizabeth, for bringing Brenda to us. And there is Wayne. Hi there. All right. Elizabeth checking in about yoga can be so relaxing. You are so right. My friend Sarah Evans, been meaning to join for a long time. Looks like now is the time. Well, we are glad that you're here today. And wherever you are watching this program, know that you can go to our main page, which is Main Street Today on Facebook. Always get notifications when we pop on. And let's see. Oh, there's Steve. Hi, Steve. We're going to talk to him a little bit later this week on Wednesday. So anyway, and there's Brenda. We got to say hi to all our folks who are watching today. We've got someone standing by in our waiting room, and he is fabulous. You are going to love him. He has got a voice that's like if molasses and butter had a baby. He is so good. And his name is Adam Warner. But we're not going to, I don't know. Where is y'all. Southern Living. It's my thing. It is my thing. It is my thing. So they have the best of. Now, if they've got the best of, Nashville's going to be all up over the list. And we're going to look at a little bit of the best of when it comes to shopping in Middle Tennessee. They went all over the South. And guess what? Lots of folks made the list. Southern Living's April 2021 Best of the South profiles shopping all across the South. And there's a list of shopping spots you might not be aware of right here in Middle Tennessee. Well, if you head east to Cookeville, you can check out 3125 Boutique. If you're in East Nashville, Goodlettsville is a close visit, so check out Chic Artique. I love antique shopping in Goodlettsville, and so does Southern Living. Here's a shopping spot I didn't know about, Duke's General Store in Nashville. Go to whitebridgeautowash.com/Duke's General. They'll tell you all you need to know. Emerson Grace in Nashville rounds out the list. You know that local retail has taken a real hit in 2020, and some businesses were unable to maintain expenses as usual during the shutdown of the pandemic. But because of loyalty and pivots in how they did business, moving to curbside, online, and delivery, some local retailers have stayed the course and even created audiences and customers in other parts of the country. For all the challenges, Local retailers that have rolled with the punches and shined have created new ways of doing business that will last even after the pandemic is over. What's your favorite local shopping spot? Be sure to let us know by sending us a message on Facebook at Main Street Today. I do want to hear about all your favorite places. Let me know. Send me a message. And Becky is talking about my Reader's Digest books behind me. My grandmother collected those. My sister read them all the time. I love them. I grew up with them. My mom had a Reader's Digest and a guide post subscription, which is why I work for a print company called Main Street Media. And we have 13 papers around Middle Tennessee, actual newspapers. And we tell the story of Middle Tennessee. And all you scrapbookers know that you want to cut out those stories because we got some good ones all about your neighbors and your friends. And we have a new digital e-reader that puts them all together with the regional of Middle Tennessee and tells our story. And we love to have you as part of it. Go to mainstreetnash.com. Well, I cannot wait any longer. He is standing by. He's in the waiting room. Mr. Adam Warner, welcome to you. How are you?
Hey, Devin. Long time no see. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
Good.
How'd you like my description? If molasses and butter had a baby.
That's perfect. I almost need to trademark that.
I think you really do, because your voice is just, man, I tell you what, as soon as your publicist sent me that press release, you had something new. I'm like, yes. And love what you do. I love your music. And Friday was a big day for you.
Friday was a big day. Yeah. New song out. I love the song. I love challenging myself, and it was definitely one of those songs that was challenging for me. But yeah, it's a feel good song. It's very upbeat, and it's going to be fun to play live.
Now, what people don't see, because you got your ball cap on today, because for musicians, this is the crack of dawn, but don't have it. But I put it on. It's the picture that promoted this show. You got long hair.
Oh, yeah.
You are the quintessential long-haired country boy.
That's right. Yeah.
So there's a line in this song that mentions long hair and having wild hippie hair.
That's right. I got it. Mine was real wild this morning, so I pulled it back.
I love it. Look, I'm a child of the 70s. I love me some long hair. But have you ever been criticized for some of the things that you sing about in this song?
Oh yeah, everybody's got an opinion, but I'm just like, well, I appreciate that. Bless your heart. Thank you.
I love it. Tell me about the co-writers on this, because there's some real special guys on this with you.
Absolutely. Yeah. So my friend Logan Wall was one of the co-writers, and he produced the song. And Logan's super talented guy. Just had a cut by Brantley Gilbert, Hard Days. I don't know if you guys have heard that one yet, but it's a spectacular song. And the other co-writers are James Ryan and my friend Elvie Shane, who Elvie has a song out called My Boy, which is just pulls at your heartstrings a little bit on that one. But yeah, it's a great song.
It's beautiful. I always say that, my publisher is Thomas Nelson, and they did those gift books. And I always thought My Boy needs its own gift book.
You're not kidding.
Okay. Are you listening?
Exactly. No, that's an amazing tune. I love that. It's one of my favorites.
It's a live music anthem. Your song, this one right here, will get you dancing. So I'm going to play it. Is it all right if I play it right now?
Yeah, let's do it. Heck yeah.
Okay.
Spray paint welcome sign, population 609. Another one down to the guitar town. 300 horses carried me out. Well, that bluegrass turned to blacktop fast. Skyline went from hill to the neon green. Might have changed a little, but that don't change a thing. You can let your hair fly like a hippie child, but you can't cover up that wild side. Suit yourself up in that city style. You can try, but you can't hide country. Trade your rust red for a Cadillac. Your hillbilly roots for a higher class. Cut the woods down, but they're gonna grow back. You can try, but you can't hide country. I still keep my boots by the bed, read a verse and bow my head. Got a few habits that just can't kick. I picked them up out in the sticks. You can let your head fly like a hippie child, but you can't cover up that wild side. Suit yourself up in that city style. You can try, but you can't hide country. Trade your rust red for a Cadillac. Your hillbilly roots for a higher class. Cut the woods down, but they're gonna grow back. You can try, but you can't hide country. With the canes down in the hollers, that's us. Get loud, throw 'em up if you wanna get down. Let your head fly like a hippie child, but you can't cover up that wild side. Suit yourself up in that city style. You can try, but you can't hide country. Trade your rust red for a Cadillac. Your hillbilly roots for a higher class. Cut the woods down, but they're gonna grow back. You can try, but you can't hide country. Try, but you can't hide country.
We just letting it ring out to the end.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you, that's like a facelift for my ears. I mean, it's like that makes me feel like I'm rocking and back in the swamp. That's awesome.
It's a very cool song. I mean, first time I heard it, I told Logan, I was like, man, I don't know if I can sing that high. And he was like, oh no, we'll get you up there. And I was like, let's drop it down a few, octaves. And he was like, no, you got to challenge yourself, man. You can't sing in the basement all the time. So, yeah, it's a rocker. And we tested it out in Jackson, Wyoming last month. And unfortunately, a few of the people there had to get let out of the bar because it's a sit down show. But I got them up out of their chair and they tried to come up, start dancing and everything. And which, as a good sign, I hate that they had to miss the rest of the show, but I feel like it's going to be a good song.
I love that line. You can cut the woods down, but they go. I love that line. Isn't that true?
You can cut the woods down, but it's going to grow back.
Yes, yes.
100%. Yeah, I love that. That's good.
Hey, where are you from, Adam?
Southeastern Illinois, a little town called Lawrenceville. It's about 3.5 hours away from Nashville, I guess. Yeah.
When it comes to your voice and your look, I couldn't help think about my Louisiana brother, Trace Adkins.
Oh yeah.
You guys have a connection too. You did a song together, Semper Fi, Marines. So tell me a little bit about your connection with Trace.
Yeah, Trace has always been a hero of mine, and when I started writing and singing, the guy that is currently kind of managing my career, Bill, he had worked for Trace for like 20 plus years. And
Wow.
he said the same thing. He was like, I don't know if Trace has got an illegitimate kid out there running around. But yeah, so he put Trace and I together. And then, I was very blessed and fortunate to be on the road and open for Trace. And this song, I was literally one day after one of his shows, I was just telling him how much this song meant to me. And about halfway joking around with him on his bus, was asking him, I was like, you should let me record that song. And, Trace being Trace just kind of looked over at me and goes, all right. And that was pretty much, that was it. And
that's beautiful.
It came out. I mean, I just, of course, me, I was in the Marine Corps, and when I heard that song when I was in the Marine Corps, I mean, it just, gave me goosebumps. And then being able to re-record that song with one of my heroes is just an unforgettable experience. And, Trace is just such he's, guided me so much in my career. And I just can't say enough about him. He's just such a great guy, and I feel honored to call him a friend now.
I couldn't help but, when you joined the Marines,
mm-hmm.
How emotional was it for that first haircut?
It was rough. It was rough. My hair wasn't as long as it is now. It was probably only about to here, but yeah, it was it wasn't so much that the hair was gone. It was just more of the reality check of what was about to happen. Like you're sitting there, and it's not a long haircut either. It's just and then it's gone, and you're just like, all right, here we go. This is the start, I guess. Yeah. It's
very, very real. I have a song that I wrote with Lauderdale that talks about that experience, and you're, how did I get here? I'm sitting here in the chair with my hair all around me.
Right.
And I'm going, that's when it hits you.
Absolutely.
This is different than it was yesterday. This is different than an hour ago.
That's the best way to say it right there is, it was different than an hour ago, because it changes right then and there, your whole mindset of what's happening. You're just like, okay, buckle in, here we go.
Well, Adam, thank you for your service. And thank you. When you went at Bill of Simplify with Adam Warner, because when you sing it, the look in your eyes is that of someone who knows.
Right.
And so it's really powerful. I mean, I could just teared up. It was something. I want to take a look at some of the people who've been responding to you. Let's see. First of all, Elizabeth gave hearts. Yes, that was my first thought. He's in good company with Trace Adkins.
Absolutely.
Then I believe that's not far from Gretchen Wilson country.
That's true. Gretchen grew up right down the road from me. Yeah, not too far. Centralia. That's right, Centralia, Illinois.
Well, Sarah's this. So long-haired country boy Marine, love.
Perfect.
Adam, how can people find out more about you?
Yeah, sure. So all my social media accounts are the same. It's Adam Warner Music. And just always look for the verified accounts, because unfortunately there are people out there that play pretend. But yeah, just look for that blue check mark, Adam Warner Music. We can all be friends.
That's right. Adam Warner Music. Everybody follow. That's the way we do. And share this show. If you're a fan of Adam, share. When's the next chance to see you live?
We got a couple things cooking up right now. I do have a big show coming up next month. I don't even know if I can talk about it yet, because I don't think it's been announced. But I'll give you all a hint. There'll be more than just me with long hair. That's all I'll say.
Oh, see, that's a good hint. That's a good hint, and good reason to follow Adam Warner Music.
Absolutely.
Well, you have a great day, and look forward to hearing more music from you. Come back and see us anytime.
Hey, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. It's great seeing you.
Thank you so much. We're going to say be safe and be kind, and remember, you are loved.
Oh.